Hey YouTube. Today was supposed to be just a happy little video. Last night I was out at Walmart and I ran across this Barra, don't know how to say it, 1866. I'd never heard of it before and I wasn't looking for a gun. I was just wasting some time, and it was on sale for $35. Now it said regular $79.35, so I thought it was a good deal, and I thought, hey, $35, it can't hurt, right? Well, came home, did some research. Seems to be a pretty good little gun, and I was going to do a video on it today. But when I was at Walmart, which is my local Walmart, about a mile from my house, and I was over here looking at those pellet guns, I noticed that the ammo and scopes and so on looked like they were going out of business. If you had to walk to just that part of Walmart, you'd have swear up and down that they were going out of business. Now, on my channel, you see me talk about air guns all day. Every now and then you see me mention the boys, motorcycle, mini bike, four-wheeler. But almost always it's air guns. I never bring out the AR, and I have more than one. I don't show you the shotgun. I don't show you any of my hunting rifles. So today is going to be different. This is just coming from my heart for you guys. After I came home last night, I was thinking about this. So I got online. Can't hardly find no ammo. Now, I already knew that there was a shortage of guns, and for this to be a big debate and how many people that do not like guns that are not buying them have a different note that they're singing. So I went to Academy Sports and I went to another Walmart. The one thing that I was able to find was shotgun shells. Most of the 2 3/4 length brass, not the high brass, the 3-inch. And I do have a gun, not this one, but I do have one gun. It's a semi that only likes high brass. It jams with 2 3/4. Every shot or every other is gonna jam. The pumps, they tend not to care as much. So what I want to say is, I'm not telling you to run out and buy a gun. I am telling you this: if you do not own a gun, you should highly consider at least being able to protect yourself. And I'm just saying that as you should always be able to protect yourself. You don't know what's going to happen, and just because you don't know what's going to happen is a good reason to be able to be ready for the unexpected, right? Now, the other thing I'm going to say is, you own guns or you're thinking about buying one. Am I going to tell you to go get an AR? No. See, I'm talking defense, not offense. And yeah, this is a great defensive gun, but it's also a great offensive gun. If you just want to protect yourself, consider a shotgun. Now, not a long barrel like this one. This is a hunt. Now, if I want to use this, I'm probably going to take it rabbit hunting or dove hunting or whatever, maybe turkey hunting. Get you something short, something that you can move around in your house and not bump into everything. Get you something designed for protection, not for hunting. Next thing I'm going to tell you is get yourself a lot of ammunition. So if you think that you need 100 rounds is good. So you say, I'm going to go spend $20 at Walmart. I'm going to get me 100 rounds of ammo and I'm good. 100 rounds of ammo won't last you 15 minutes. Now, I'm not telling you to go buy a whole room supply of ammo. I'm telling you to be realistic and think, how much do I need until help can get to me or that I can get out of my situation? So I'm not talking about 1 or 2 people break into your house, try to rob you. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about worst case scenario. You know, until today or till last night, I really didn't think much about it. But man, so many people are getting their hands on guns. Now, that doesn't mean that the people are bad, but that's more opportunities for guns to be stolen, right? So remember, everybody who buys a gun doesn't have great intentions or may not be taking care of them in the safest manner, keeping them locked up or away from anybody. Now, me, I have one of these on each side of my bed, ready to rock and roll. I don't have one chambered, but they are ready. Because somebody breaks in your house, they're not going to say, oh, go ahead and load your gun and I'll wait. Now, a lot of you guys are going to say, hey, Kenneth, what good does it do? You don't have it chambered. They could get to you. Well, they got to come through this door to get to me. If they come through any other door, I have time to rack a load. If they come through this door, I sleep with my 9 beside my bed, and it is chambered. So, I have a pistol on each side. I have a 9 on each side. If you come in my house, I'm ready. But what I realized, guys, was ammo-wise, I'm not ready. Then I got to looking even further, guys. I looked at my pellet guns and I'm thinking, you know, if worse came to worse and I had to use one, I only have really one pellet gun that I think is okay to use for self-defense, but it only shoots 5 shots, and that's my Benjamin Bulldog. So you're thinking, Kenneth, you got a 30 cal, you got a 45 cal, you got a 50 cal. One shot, guys, and then you got to load. One shot, grab a bullet, put it in there, chamber it, cock it, aim and shoot. That ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work unless you're in your house and they're trying to get in. And that's still not sufficient. So let's just rule them out. Benjamin Bulldog. I've got 2 magazines, 10 shots, relatively quick, and I have nothing against using a bolt action for home defense. Now, at the most I'm going to get out of that gun is 20 shots, 4 magazines. Gotta air it up. That ain't good either. You need this in case of something serious. And not this. Not an AR. AR is great if that's what you want. You don't need an AR. shotgun. Now, my shotgun would hold 4 or 5 shells. I think it's 5. And it's pump and shoot, pump, shoot, pump and shoot. Oh, well, you gotta load it again. But man, it's really easy to load that gun. Real easy. It's a lot easier to load that than it is to load this or a pellet gun. A lot easier. Even with the bolt action rifle, if you have 4 in the clip, 1 in the chamber, and you're just boom, 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 and you run out, you can still fairly easily pull it back, load 1 into the chamber, and chamber the round and go. Still, I mean, it's not amazingly fast, but it's good enough to keep somebody off of you, and you're shooting a heavy load. Just saying, hey, my eyes have been awakened. The 3 stores that I went to, the online stores that I visited, and that's Sportsman's Warehouse, Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's, Walmart, Academy Sports, Rural King. Man, it's an eye-opener. If all this ammo is out of stock and so hard to get, somebody's got it. I am considerably outgunned at the moment, so I think that's where I need to put my attention. So when I came home with this little gun right here, with this little barrel 1866, and then I got to looking online and seeing the state of ammunition. When you go into the store, you see the state of guns, even gun stores, that you can't, I mean, they don't even have nothing hardly on the shelf. Back order. You want to get online and try to get one, it's a back order. But the fact that you can't get any ammunition. So what if you could buy a gun and you can't get what you need to shoot it? I was thinking about that today when I was at Academy Sports. People were looking at 9mm and 22s and 45s and 40 cals and 380s. The semi-automatics, they had maybe 20 pistols that you could see in stock in the cabinet, and then everything else was out. But on the shelf, they had 5 boxes of 22, no 380, no 40 cal, no 45, no 9mm, no 10mm. Are you understanding what I'm saying? You can buy the gun, but if you have the gun and somebody calls your bluff and you have no ammo, what good is the gun? Anyway, guys, the other thing that I was going to tell you, even with my pellet guns, have you noticed lately how many pellets are out of stock? Pellets. So let's take self-defense off the table, and let's take in consideration, 1 pound of hamburger meat is now $5. I don't know what the difference in food is now than pre-COVID, but whatever. I know you've been to Walmart and you've seen the shelves, and as soon as they put it in, it's gone. So toilet paper too, that has nothing to do with it, but I'd stay stocked up on toilet paper. We've already been through that once. All right. Pellets. Man, back order. And we're taking self-defense off the table, and we're just saying, what if you have to go out there and hunt for something to eat? What if you have to go kill a squirrel, a rabbit? Same thing, guys. If you don't have ammunition, and I used to say that I wasn't going to get into casting because it's too expensive. but I'm almost feeling that I'm too late, and I'm still feeling that I need to. Oh, and another thing that you guys could consider, if you do not have the ability to purchase a firearm, if you don't have the ability to do that, for some reason you got a case or whatever you have, you can't purchase a firearm, consider black powder. You are able to own black powder. I don't know any state in which you can't own a firearm that you couldn't own black powder. Now, the rules differ. Like here in Tennessee, if you have a felony, you can have the black powder at home, but you cannot have it in your car and travel with it. Whereas in some states, you can. You can have it on your person. You can use it, just like you would use a regular firearm. You have a felony, so it's black powder. In Tennessee, you can't do that. But black powder is something to consider. They're not huge. Let me show you. I mean, you could stick that on your belt buckle. You could lay it beside your bed. This gun is highly accurate. I am by far better with this than I am with either of my 9s. This is a 44 cal. I do believe that's right. You are, 44 cal. Hardly any recoil. It's got a little noise, but I also use Pyrodex, so you don't have as much of the cloud. I mean, you get a little bit, the smoke, that comes out, you get a little bit, but not a lot. So, very nice. It's a little on the heavy side, feels good, but accurate. I'm telling you, it is accurate. Just looking down the barrel at this little dot on it. It's a dot, and there is nothing here, but just looking down the barrel, this gun, and I shot it, when I shot it at 25 yards, I put every round touching, 25 yards. So, and you could probably find these, the bullets for these. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to be real with you and give you something to think about. I gave myself something to think about. I want you guys to be safe. And I'm not saying that you're going to need it. I'm not. But I'd rather you be safe and be okay than you not, incur the expense and then something happens and you're not. So, to my YouTube family, stay safe, shoot straight.